We're going to be putting on stock Steelies that I got laying here. They are 13s, and issue with one of them is actually stuck. The lug nut is spinning with the stud, and the lug nut seized up in there. When you get these slicks off the car, because I don't want to keep driving on those, they wear out quick. And these back tires are Ditto NT01s, and they're really close to being bald. I just figured it's not safest to drive on, because it might rain, and kind of sort of might rain. Kind of worried about the up pipe, but let's hope that I won't run too much rain. So yeah, so we get these off front and back, get these Steelies on. Here's what we got going on with this. I kind of started cutting into it yesterday. That's the back of the stud. I drilled it, I tried to get it out. This is the drum, so I basically undid the 32mm on the back of the trailing arm, and that kind of at least allowed me to take the wheel in my garage without the trailing arm hanging there. Because if you guys remember in the video before me doing the rear disc swap on this thing, this wheel was stuck on the trailing arm. Also, if you guys haven't followed me for a while, I did make a video on driving this car to work, what it's like driving it to work. I'll put a link in the description below. Go ahead and just check that video out. This will kind of be like a little addition to that video. You got the wheel free, and this obviously bent to shit. That's definitely going in the rear. So, got the hub free. You can see where I was grinding down. I had to cut the stud from the back because I just didn't want to mess up the Steely more from cutting it from the front. Try to put some relief cuts in the lug nut, and that didn't really do much. But basically, that stud was in there. Yeah, who cares? So we got that all situated. Now I can finally put the damn wheels on so I can drive the car and not wear out my expensive tires. Let me get those on, and we'll see how goofy this car looks. The old pizza cutters. Stop. It's hot today. Usually I complain about the cold, but nice and warm. This car's heat soaking like crazy. So, welcome back, guys. But this episode, basically we're gonna go over what I had to do to this thing to, notification again, damn it, I always do that. Yeah, to do stuff to the car to make it day legal. I gotta run up to Home Depot and grab a little sheet of aluminum, because I gotta mount a switch for my wideband in the car somewhere. Got an idea. A little dirty secret. I've had no functioning wideband since I got the car tuned, so that's probably not good. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. I could install the wideband. We're gonna just go over, I had to swap my wheels. Got the little tiny wheels on here. Had a Bruce come over. Bruce, shout out to you, buddy. Not his real name, but that's up to him if he wants to reveal that. Came over and we went ahead and rerouted the oil drain. So it was touching the manifold like the issues I've had. Even when I heat wrapped it, put the additional heat wrap on there, it still melted through, it destroyed the thing. I got that. That happened another day. There's like a series of like 2-3 days of this video. I've just been really busy, and then the race video came out after I had filmed everything. Anyway, confusing. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go to finally post up all the footage I've gotten. So I'm gonna run to Home Depot. We're gonna come back. We're gonna mount that wideband switch, and we're gonna replace the sensor because that's what fried it. Basically, what happens is this is mounted on the up pipe. I'll go to give you guys a quick peek. So you can see my wideband. See down there, it's kind of upside down. What happens is the water in the morning, all the condensation will actually pool up on the sensor, and it will ruin the sensor. I didn't know that, so I bought the wideband and everything, the whole kit, and fried my sensor in like a matter of like, I don't know, a couple weeks. So I go buy another sensor, which cost me $130, unfortunately. But we're gonna go ahead and get that situated so I can finally read my AFRs. Dude, it's hot. Car is not loving it. This morning I was able to hit my my 20 pounds. The other day when I was driving home, I was only able to hit 16, and it struggled big time. It's seat soaking. I got to get a second tune or something, but not too worried about that. Let's get this wideband on. I'll pick the camera up when I come back from Depot. Yo, she's lopey when it's hot. Whee! Back from the Home Depot, overpaid for a sheet of aluminum. Ridiculous how much this little thing costs, but I just need a little bit anyway. God, there's that light again. Guys ever, does that light ever get old to you guys? Anyway, got these, some aviation snips. They're super sharp. I bought them because of that label, made in USA. Get some Chinese ones. These are freaking sharp and they cut, and I don't have to bust my grinder out. I'm gonna go ahead and make this little bezel thing, and I'll show you guys at the end of it all. Right, it is the next day and it's still hot as shit. Dude, I'm sweating, hair's all messy. Long day, busy day. I'm finally finishing up the switch to my wideband. If you guys, just to fill you guys in, we're doing this because the way the wideband sensor sits on my up pipe, in the mornings all the condensation will build up and it will destroy the sensor basically. So I will show you guys what I got going on over here. So basically we are putting a switch in where we took the ground wire. On the AM, it's the what is it, the black or the white, the black stripe. We're putting a switch in the ground, so it will interrupt the signal. It will shut the sensor off, and we'll have it off during warm up. And then once the car warms up, we'll switch it on. So what I did was I stacked some heat shrink. I'm usually not a big fan of these crimp-on terminal connectors. I just stacked some heat shrink so I can get a big enough one around this, and also a tight seal on the wire. So I'm using 3 different size heat shrinks. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but yeah, you got a little step right there. Kind of looks nice and gives a nice good seal. So I'm gonna go and throw the center console back on. I got the wires all tucked up back there, and we're gonna test the switch out. Yeah, I've got the key on. You can see my wideband is actually off. Got the switch down here out of the way. Turn it on. We got the wideband. We got power to it finally. It's not the prettiest switch, that's why I have it tucked like down there. Just use some really thin gauge aluminum, made a little plate for it. That's that. So all I gotta do is swap the sensor, which I'm gonna do off camera. I gotta remove my up pipe and all that stuff. We're gonna finally have a functioning wideband. I don't recommend going as long as I did without a wideband. I've been checking my plugs. Yeah, going off of those readings, they look good. I trust the tune on it, and it was only tuned in March. I went quite a while. But don't do that. I mean, the more gauges you have to monitor what's going on in the engine, especially when you're dealing it, the better. So let me go throw the sensor on, and that's pretty much it. AFR is looking great. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Yeah, it dips about 10.7 to 11.3-ish, which is actually not bad at all. But the best thing to do is that we're going to test it when it's cooler out, see what the AFR looks like. Because we're getting a lot more, the air-fuel ratio it's leaning more towards the fuel side. Like I was saying, when you get that, the warmer air, the air is not as dense. So each cubic whatever of air doesn't have as many molecules in it. You know, it's more of a physics tuning thing. But I'm really happy. This is working great. The switch is working great. This is something I'd recommend doing to pretty much any wideband. Just to keep it safe, keep it from getting destroyed from the condensation, especially when it's cooler out. But my windshield is like covered in like soot and water and dried on there because it spits a lot of water out in the morning. But yeah, anyway, that's how that's done. Once again, turbo kit's off. Sick of doing this. I also broke one of these Speed Factory titanium studs. I'm just gonna replace the OEM one. We're gonna be able to tell if the OEM ones outlast the titanium ones. So we'll find out. I've never broken them just from driving. I usually either strip or break a stud from over tightening it, or it seizes up or something. Yep. There she is, all broken. So this will give us a chance to see. I'm gonna replace that one with an OEM one from Honda. I'm gonna run up there and grab one. Yeah, I hope that I can get it off. I mean, should be able to. I'm just kind of sick of gimmicky stuff. Like these shouldn't break like that. Apparently they're as strong as steel, but they're lighter. And these studs, they don't have to be light. It's not gonna like, it won't make a difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that stud and get the turbo kit back on, and we'll continue back in the video. Hey, like the Fast and the Furious. Dude, what's his name? The yellow R33.
I don't remember his name.
Fucking asshole, dude. You remember that? Like,
the white guy, though.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah. Like, no one likes a tuner. I like cheesy ass Fast and the Furious shit.
So what you doing right here? What's going on?
Well, you got a drain line that burned a hole through it. It was rubbing against the manifold. So we did 245s, one angled off the turbo and one to the pan. And if it wasn't for the dude behind the camera, I wouldn't be doing this shit.
Yes, sir. They seen your old line, right?
Yeah, they saw it on video. It's cooked.
Tostada.
Yes, sir. Yep. Car's up. I lost the race. Lost the race. No good. We're gonna grudge match. I'm gonna call him out.
Grudging.
Go to see me at Bremerton.
He's trying to run it back.
At Bremerton. Maybe. I don't know. If I end up going.
Surprised they're not breaking axles.
Well, I haven't done anything. I haven't done a dig race yet. Not like a serious one.
How was that launch in third I did?
It was good. Dude, that's actually... That car actually got up and went.
Yeah.
Dude, your third gear is nasty. B series, K series, third gear, dude. It's like my fourth gear, but except my fourth gear, there's that lag, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, I think we're good. I'm gonna take turbo back off, but it's all good. It's just a test fit. Dude, we need a lift. Not in this garage, but you know. So it can be all cool. Hey, you watched my other videos?
I think it's just the most recent one.
How about you guys? Oh, yeah.
He's getting it, y'all. He's getting it.
Yep. We're gonna just leave it all loose like that. Just kidding. That's gonna have to be like that. Just needs a swivel now.
It's not swiveling?
No. But it needs to do one of those, you know?
Get the wrenches. Bring the wrenches down here, loosen it, and then tighten it to the... yeah.
Alright. So if you guys are running a top mount, don't do what I did and don't rub the runner, or else you're gonna burn. And it will catch fire.
That is runner number 1.
Yeah, don't rub it on there. It's no good. It'd be tostada, like you said.
Tostada.
Dude, why is that one not swiveling this easy?
Probably because you fucking reefed it.
Reefed
it tight. Is that enough? Maybe a little bit too long?
Oh, that works.
As long as it's draining, you know what I mean? Yeah. You just don't want it to sit anywhere.
I think you're right. It might be a little long.
Yeah.
No? Here, come on this side. Oh, if you can with the camera. I'm holding it. What do you think? Just going around the runner. It's not doesn't look like it'll pull up.
I think a little bit. I think you should cut it a little bit.
Cut it a little
I think you should cut it right here.
Just like right at the end of that?
Yeah, like put tape around that and then take it off.
Landscape that. Landscape, man.
Landscape.
Yeah, landscape. Manscape.
3.0.
A lot more.
So he's going to cut it a little bit shorter.
Yep.
Right where the bottom part of the fitting is, at the bottom of it.
Did I fucking tighten that son of a bitch?
Did you spray that one?
Yeah. You'll smell it. You'll smell it. You'll taste it. You'll see it. Here, hang on, get that? I don't know, ever since I got in action, dude, I can't let it go. Alright, number 2, round number 2. Dude, this is a bitch to thread. Let's go.
A lot better.
Yep. More better. More betterer. More better. What do you think? Hey guys. That's what that heat wrap shit is for. It's not for contact, it's for radiant heat. I think I mentioned in another video, but we can heat wrap this with it without touching the manifold, and it'll keep shit from melting. So that's all. So I can't believe this keeps happening. Another familiar sight, no wet pipes. So when I get back, we're gonna make another video on it, and I'm kind of pissed, man. You know, this keeps happening to me. But the flange on the manifold is apparently warped. That's probably why it was cracking. And then once I got it reinforced, the welds were stronger than the studs. So now that energy transferred to the studs, and it shattered all four studs on the top of the flange. And sucks, man. I don't know what to do. So I did order, I put on a belt sander, try to flatten it as much as possible, and I did order a really thick copper gasket. Mr. Gasket makes it, I think part number 7230, in case you guys are wondering if you guys have this issue. Apparently it's worked for some people. My tuner told me about it, and we'll just give that a shot. Also, we're dealing with, reason why I have the compressor housing off the turbo is we've got a strip bolt, and I got to deal with that someone over tightened with these. I discovered it clocking the turbo, and yeah, I was stripped. So yeah, we did that, or we are going to be doing that. We're going to be situating the flange on this, and hopefully I can get it to do its thing, you know, drive the damn thing. One more thing, reason why I didn't post a bunch of videos of me driving it every week like I said I was going to do. It was really uneventful until it wasn't. So basically everything failed in the car at once, and it's not everything, but just a lot of things failed on the car. I did replace, obviously, like I said, the wideband was redone with a switch. There was a heater hose behind the block that only leaked when I jacked the car up, and I figured it got getting warmer out, and you know, it was too big of a hose. I don't want it becoming a bigger problem while I'm driving it, so I replaced it with a smaller hose. That's fixed. The turbo manifold situation has to be fixed. This has to be drilled and tabbed, which I will show you guys on when I get back. Today is Friday. I'll be posting this video Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Whatever. So, oh, got some new wheels. I'm really excited about that. If I have time right now, actually, I'm gonna see if I can go run and get them mounted and balanced. We'll put those on the car, and it's gonna look a lot better. You can see the rear disc brakes. It's gonna look really good. So just stoked about that. One more thing I want to say is, like, having a race car around has been glamorized, and it's not as not really all that great. You just keep dumping money into it, and owning a race car, you're either in it or you're not. So this is part of the game, and that's pretty much all I got. That's the end of the video. If you guys learned something, you got something from the video, support the channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe. You know what to do. Mainly share it. Share the video. Tell people about the channel. It's been growing. Every subscriber matters. Thank you guys for liking the video. Thank you for watching, man. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next video.